Hi. So you're meeting someone for the first time at a party, and what do you say? Like, oh, hello, my name is Dan. I like reading. Is that what you say? I don't know. Usually when people meet each other at a party or you're meeting at a work function, you're always going to talk about the same thing. You're going to say, hi, my name is Dan. And you're going to say your profession, right? I'm an English teacher. And, maybe something like I've been working here for 10 years, something like that. And that's fine. It's a little unoriginal to introduce ourselves that way. There's another way, right? There's a better way to say something interesting about ourselves. This section here, this lesson is about practicing ways to differentiate ourselves from the rest of the people in the group, right? The point is that you want to say something that's interesting, that makes people remember you. And we're going to do a few of those things here in this lesson. I'm going to share some of these items with you. Let's practice them together in class. So one way to do that is to say something, personal, right? Like my name is Dan, I'm 41, and I live in Slovakia right now. What am I doing in Slovakia? But anyways, and then you say something professional, something like I'm an English teacher. I teach private students. I teach group classes. I've taught big groups, corporate groups in banking. And also, what else? I mean, I've taught everyone. Well, not everyone. Taught young people. I've taught working professionals. I've taught people that are a little bit older. Okay, so that's fine. So now I have like the personal information, and then I have the professional information. But it would be good to do something peculiar, right? Something strange, something a little different. I could talk about my kid, that'll come up. Like, I have a son, he's great, but it's kind of limiting, right? So I would say like, hi, I'm Dan, I'm 41, I teach English, and I have students internationally. And something strange about me, something peculiar, is that I don't like TV or movies anymore. I mean, I do, but not really. And then people will say, he doesn't like movies, why, why, who is this person? What do you mean you don't like movies? No, I don't. I mean, I don't like all the movies that you see on Netflix or Amazon. I think there are too many of them. It used to be more special, but now it's way too many of them, and I don't have the time. It's not that I don't like movies. It's more like there are better things to be doing with my time. But not really. I mean, I like movies. Here's one that I wrote. It's on the page. It's a recurring character named Marco. So Marco introduces himself like this. Howdy, I'm Marco. I'm 37 and I'm married to the love of my life, Catherine. We're expecting a baby soon. Life is a little hectic right now. I'm an entrepreneur, and with a baby coming, everything is falling on my shoulders. Let's see. I think I've already shared something personal, but I guess I can tell you that I used to be much more shy than now. I've been working on my confidence. My business partner and best friend Miguel tells me that I'm much more relaxed now than I used to be. I've worked in Silicon Valley for a giant technology company. I've led teams, but about 5 years ago, Miguel and I decided to start our own business with the Ready app. It should launch sometime soon. And something peculiar. I love animals, but I can't be in the same room with them. I think I have every allergy known to man. And Catherine wanted a dog, but we decided against it because we live in a small apartment in New York. I want to buy us a big house out of the city for when the baby comes, and I know she'll want a dog eventually. I just don't know if I can handle the dog hair. Right, so Marco doesn't like dogs. That's his peculiar thing. Not that he doesn't like dogs, it's just he's allergic. Right? These are icebreakers that help break the ice. Because sometimes it seems like we're a little frozen and we can't interact completely. Like, we're all human, but we forget that we're human. We forget that we're people. We forget that we're trying to make connections with people, and everyone just has like everyone has a script, and you say I am a lawyer, or I am a doctor, or I am a teacher, or you're more than that. You're more than that, right? You're the person who likes 2 sugars with their coffee, right? You're the person that likes I don't know, maybe driving a little bit fast on the highway. You're the person who doesn't go to the stores because you hate stores, right? Say something about you, what you like, and people will remember that more. I've mentioned that you have to describe yourself with like something personal, like obviously your name. Maybe what do you do? I'm a pharmacist. What do you do? Oh, I'm an artist. What do you do? Oh, I'm a manager at a shop. Whatever, right? But that's not 100% your personality. So then you have to say something personal, like maybe like I have a cat, or I have a dog, or I don't like dogs. That would be interesting. If you're at a party and you say I don't like dogs, people will remember you as the person who does not like dogs. But maybe maybe you don't want that. There are other interesting questions that you could ask. So I'll read some from the list here. First is, if you were a superhero, what would your superpower be and why? Okay, good. Or if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why? Right? What's the most exciting place you've ever visited, and why did it stand out? Why was it so special? Why did it stand out from the rest? And the next one here is share a book or movie recommendation that you think everyone should experience. Great. If you could live in any era, which one would you choose? Era is the time, like which years, right? Like, ancient Rome, or the Renaissance, or the 1960s, or my personal favorite is the future. But number 6, right? If you were stranded on a deserted island, what 3 things would you want to have with you? That's a good question, I guess. It's kind of generic, but it's a good icebreaker. Number 7, please share a memorable or funny childhood story. And number 8, if you could have the life of any celebrity, who would it be and why? I think that one's a good question. I'm going to read this one from the page here. It's a story I wrote. I thought it was funny. Please share a memorable or funny childhood story. And this girl says, when I was about 11 years old, my mom and dad took us to a concert. It was a band that we all enjoyed, and they thought that it might be a nice idea for me to go to my very first concert together as a family. The night was amazing, but there was a certain smell emanating from the crowd. And now that I'm bigger, I know it was marijuana. What a memory. I don't remember feeling high. I thought it was just the lights, music, and the energy of the concert, but I think we might have all been affected. So yeah, long story short, my parents got me high on marijuana when I was 11. So that's a silly story.